I was on my way through the Ascension quest, happily nearing the coveted adventure rank 50, when it suddenly hit me. I won't be seeing this place again, or at the very least, not for a long time, assuming they up the adventure rank limit. So I did what anyone would do and immediately quit out. There was exploration to be done before bidding this place farewell. There's a question I'd like to answer first when exploring any area. Can I get up there? I mean, the quest menu did say to ascend. This question typically serves as a segue into finding out where limits lie. Way up here, on the decorative wall behind the entryway, we can see towers on the horizon. Can we make it to those? Nope. It's kinda cool how far we can glide. Those windows are just lit up walls before hitting a teleport barrier. We at least know we can get out of bounds to a degree. Let's head in and see what we can find. Perhaps there will be a way into the true final room that we can catch a glimpse of after clearing the domain. We're going to skip the first battle by teleporting across this gap. Much like Xiao's Trout domain, we have inconsistencies in where we can and cannot stand. These tiny floating stones, perfectly trackable. The large bricks forming these bridges, drop right on through them. This barrier doesn't dispel unless the battle we just skipped is completed, so up we go again. It's rather plain up here. Down there looks like a neat spot. Set up for maximum height, Q teleport, and off we don't go, immediately face planting the irksome teleport barrier. Oh, how nice of them to put a step here. Dropping down from here puts us past that long gliding room filled with lasers. That's important to note because in that room we descend a good amount. The terrain reflects as such, and that attempts to glide over to the next area puts Kaching on a collision course with, you guessed it, the teleport barrier. This is where things get tricky. We have to drop into the map from here, we're technically still out of bounds and will remain so, but we'll be literally holding onto the wall as a guide for the rest of the way. Teleporting across the way, we come to a long drop leading to a water plane. One graceful dive later, we make it over to this ledge and can begin our climb. No room for error beyond this point, or it's back to the beginning of the domain. Eventually, we make it atop the dome of the final challenge room. It's walkable, but is an invisible surface above the textures, and nothing stops us from gliding down to the pool beyond the final challenge room, a place we normally can never get to. While nothing is back here, the pool itself is a neat little solid texture that can be walked on. The whole spot is overlooked by a gargantuan wall. So, can we get up there? Darn right we can. I really wanted these wires to have collision. If they did, we'd be going much farther up. We tried reaching one of the background towers from the other end of the domain, but what about here? And she barely misses that ledge. Though, the important thing is that we didn't hit a teleport barrier. Let's break out the new recruit and see if he can go the distance. He can, but what a bummer. No collision on the ledge. Alright, one final test. This domain isn't really known for its difficulty, but because we may just be able to do so, let's see if we can skip over it entirely using the route we have. Teleport over the gap at the beginning, trek across the top of the gliding room, drop into the ceiling of the water room, and run to the end. Given how quest triggers tend to work in Genshin Impact, I did not expect the key to appear. Activating the trial and clearing out the enemies completes the domain. So yes, it can be skipped, but it's probably much easier just to go through it the normal way. Anyways, thanks for tagging along on this expedition. Domains are becoming some of my favorite areas to explore. The terrain is similar to what we see at the login screen, in the opening cutscene, the abyss, and so on, and it's really cool to get a closer look at what may just end up being a type of explorable overworld far into the game's future. Do be sure to like and subscribe if the content's your cup of tea, as we'll be tackling the other domains very soon. This is Musashi, signing off. Till next time.